Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're talking about tomorrow's bold content, and I'm not gonna lie, it's the best bold content we've seen yet. Because Dark Matter CLYDE is going to be very much in the discussion for best point guard in the game. He is going to be absolutely phenomenal as a 6'7", really versatile point guard who's likely going to be a great defender. Obviously, incredibly athletic, but also really nice shot and guaranteed going to have the tray escape as well, which is what he had on his diamond card early in the year. His release is nice, and we know that tray escape's coming, so we know for sure going to be a really, really good card. Now, got a couple other things to talk about in this video, obviously, as well. So before we hop into it, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 25,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day. Would really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. So, Carlos Story's complaining about this being a point guard. I kind of understand, but at the same time, CLYDE is a different level of PG than guys like Jaw and Steph that we've been getting the last couple of weeks because he's 6'7" and he's going to be so good all the way around. Like this CLYDE, for example, would likely look something similar to a CLYDE DREXLER card that we got a couple of years ago that was an out-of-position point guard. And I don't believe he got one last year, although I guess his Invincible card was a point guard eligible card last year. It was this card 2 years ago, this collector level card. Came out in March, 97 speed, 95 3 ball, really versatile defender, 98 driving dunk, a lot of defensive versatility. And the thing about CLYDE is his card this year, even his diamond, number 1 has good animations, but number 2 has super solid stats and badges for a base card that came out in January, a diamond. Obviously, he's going to be an insane slasher, but he's going to be a serious three-point shooter. He's going to be a very capable playmaker, and he's going to be a versatile, good defender. I assume he has a movable enforcer, at least on gold. Sigs will likely get an upgrade, but already has Pro 2 Fade, a very nice release that will be on very quick for sure tomorrow. And then Tray Escape. If he gets an upgraded dribble style, upgraded behind the back, he's already got Steph drag back and Tray Escape. This card will be absolutely incredible, and I think he very well might rival Shai Gilgeous-Alexander as the best point guard in the game. No joke. That is how good this CLYDE DREXLER card is. I think he will likely be, I'm not going to say a must-have card because there are a lot of good, especially free point guards right now, but a definitely very, very valuable one to add. So, additionally, 2 interesting Galaxy Opals tomorrow. Jrue Holiday, a 6'5" defensive point guard, and PEJA Stojakovic. Both of those cards will also be super duper solid. Jrue, this pick diamond was a stud for, or sorry, this diamond card was a stud for a minute. Obviously, Galaxy Opal Jrue will look a lot like this card, but much more complete as a shooter, a finisher, and a playmaker. I would assume we'll have an 85 or a 90 driving dunk, which is more than enough. Sigs wise, he has pro dribble style and normal escape on this card. Not great Sigs. The hope with him is that he gets some better Sigs, maybe a better dribble style, better escape, better behind the back, that type of stuff. Because if he can get some extra movement, that will really transform him, because he is going to be a great 6'5" defensive point guard. He'll be a capable slasher, but the question really is going to be release and movement in terms of how great he is, because he could be a lot better than a guy like Gary Payton, or he could be a very, very similar card to Gary Payton, who honestly is good in his own right. But I think this Jrue Holiday could be one of the best point guards in the game and maybe the new best defensive PG, depending on how good his animations are offensively. PEJA Stojakovic is 6'10". The thing about PEJA as well is his diamond card this year was glitched on defense. So that's a good thing, because that means we're guaranteed to get PEJA with legitimately good, versatile defense. Likely off a movable enforcer, but at least gold, at least all of these Hall of Fame badges. Obviously an incredible shooter, but he will likely, I mean, he's 94 overall, had 90 speed, 80 driving dunk, 80 standing. Like, you're likely looking at 85 or 90 driving dunk, 93, 94 speed, or somewhere around there. Like, you're going to get a legitimately athletic, versatile PEJA who's going to be a very capable defender, going to have a great jumper. And the thing about PEJA as well is obviously Sigs could certainly be upgraded with him compared to this diamond, and hopefully he gets a couple of Sig animation upgrades as well. But his release is cash, and if they put it on very quick, which likely he will get, this is going to be a phenomenal 6'10" small forward. He's going to, I think, play on a lot of teams. In fact, might even play on my team. This card and CLYDE especially are the 2 cards to me that jump off the page at me. Is like, these are seriously God Squad caliber cards tomorrow. And Jrue Holiday, to a lesser extent, might be as well. So honestly, all 3 of those guys look absolutely phenomenal, and that is absolutely fire. But it still doesn't even end there. Pink Diamond Pavel Podkolzin. I've never heard of this dude. He played on the Mavs, so he could play on an all-time Mavs squad, which is kind of cool, because I'd like to do all-time themes at some point. But let's look this dude up. I think he's tall. He is tall. He's 7'5". Okay. I knew he'd be glitchy. The value of this card is going to be almost exclusively whether or not he has any speed and any shooting ability. That is going to be the question, because he is 7'5". Now, this is a dude who, as far as I know, has never been in 2K. I do not think I have ever seen this name in 2K, which if I had, I assume I would recognize him, considering he's 7'5". The question with this card is almost exclusively going to be, how does he shoot? Can he hit an open three at all? And does he have good enough speed to be capable? He literally played a total of, it looks like, 6 games in his career. So barely was in the NBA. The only reason this card is getting in the game is because of his height, obviously. The question will be, is he a complete garbage man with 25 speed, 25 3-ball, and completely unusable? Or will he actually be pretty good? Now, he has to have at least decent speed, mid-70s, and decent 3-ball, mid to high 60s with a decent release, or low 70s, probably, to be usable. But if he has those things, he'll be really, really good. If not, well, he might suck. And if that's the case, then oh well, it's not that big of a deal anyway, because PEJA, CLYDE, and Drew are also still really good. Brandon Jennings, now, he will not be elite, Brandon Jennings won't, but Brandon Jennings will be very fun. He's small, too small to truly be elite as an overall point guard, but I will say he's going to be able to dunk the ball pretty well, probably an 85 or 90 driving dunk. Going to be super fast, elite shooter, elite playmaker, and amazing release. He's got Patty Mills base. It'll be on quick, still probably SIGs are the same, but his animations are already really good with the behind the back and the release on quick. Patty Mills obviously is just super glitchy, and I mean, Brandon Jennings will be a very fun 3-hunter, very much exclusively because of that. Now, one other thing that I would like to talk about this drop tomorrow is not this drop specifically, but what Carlo is talking about right here, and I entirely agree with Carlo right here. What's going on with collector level? Like, what is going on with collector level? This was supposed to come out in April. That's what it says. This reward will be available in April during Season 6. We are April 29th. Tomorrow is April 30th, the last day of April. To me, this is unacceptable that 2K is lying about this, and I do think this is, yet again, worth mentioning and worth bringing up, and it's just, I mean, this company is just the worst. Like, literally blatantly lying to their customers. This is the type of thing where it's like, there should be actual consequences for this legally, I would think. I don't know exactly how this type of stuff works, but I feel like it should, because I don't think you should be able to lie to your paying customers like this. The fact that this game is rated E for everybody does not make sense to me, because how is a game that promotes this much gambling and then also lies to their customer base like this, how is this even allowed? It should be predatory. It definitely is not. I don't think an E for everybody game. I mean, the stuff that it's exposing children to with the gambling is certainly not great. And it's just like, as a whole, this frustrates me big time. And yes, this is an awesome bull drop tomorrow. I don't want to sit here and beat around the bush. You're getting maybe the best point guard in the game for free, who's even bigger than SGA, and another amazing, amazing good card. He's guaranteed to have great SIGs as well. And then PEJA Stojakovic, who is legitimately going to be probably a top 3 to 5 small forward in my team. I could see him being arguably the best new non-gambling small forward in the game, considering his release is going to be awesome. He's probably going to have pretty good SIGs, and he's going to be a really capable defender at 6'10". Like, it's a good drop. I don't want to sit here and get and complain about that. The other stuff it's so prevalent in this game, and I think it takes away from a lot of the good stuff, unfortunately. So, like, this is a good set. I like this set. I'm looking forward to it. Tomorrow's content will be good, but it's just disappointing the way that they're executing a lot of the other stuff in this game and the way they lie to their customer base, especially. So, that is the honest truth, but at the end of the day, this is phenomenal content. I'm not going to sit here and say otherwise. It really is, and I am looking forward to getting CLYDE and getting PEJA for my team over the next few days. Hoping this is not an insanely long or challenging or frustrating grind, because I would like to get this card in the near future. So, that is going to do it for this video. I hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon, and I appreciate y'all. Peace.